All right. Let me know the edition of Instigator Mick here. Yes, lots to talk about. We got Cobra Kai, like the recap of the season 6 last week, the first part, and then obviously you got a little softball we'll talk about, and then also talk about the Yankees, which is the biggest topic of the night. But yeah, lots to talk about. Let's start last week. Like I was talking about, let's talk about the Cobra Kai because that was the topic last week. I was telling you, I was going through all the first 5 seasons, but yeah, last week, boy, I can tell you one thing. That first part of Cobra Kai was on fire, man. It was just perfect. I won't say perfect, but it was pretty good. I'll be honest. There was a lot of twists and turns. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna talk too much about it because if my viewers haven't seen it yet, you might as well go check it on Netflix if you haven't seen it yet. You just don't want to miss this part. It's just amazing. There's one thing after another. It's just like they were not wasting any time. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, part 2 will be released. I found out like the day of, like when they got released last week. It'll be on it will be released 13 days earlier. It won't be on Thanksgiving. It'll be November 15th, the second part of Cobra Kai season 6. So yeah, if you haven't seen it at all, make sure to go catch up on Netflix. Get yourself prepared for part 2, obviously, and definitely make sure to catch part 1, obviously, because it's already came out last week. Yeah, it's pretty good though. All I can say. But let's talk about softball, obviously. This past Friday, like our Angie's team, our Friday Night Metal Bat League team, they won both our games. The first game, we had 9 guys, but looked pretty good though. It was a tight game with, yes, they were one of the worst teams in the league, but still, hey, it was a back and forth game. We kind of pulled away late in the game, winning 17-10. The first one, the second game though, oh my goodness, probably the best we played all year. The second game of the doubleheader, I couldn't believe it. 37 runs Angie scored. We won 37-8, so we swept the doubleheader of the Friday Night League. But last night was not a good night for Mickey's Restaurant, though, for the softball team. The Wooden Bat League. Not a good night. Losing to Believers Chapel and Mercy Rule. Lost in 5 innings. Yep. Tough way to end the regular season for Mickey's. They got the playoffs next week against the Fire Department, 5:45. We don't know what field, but there's double elimination, though, at least. But, they got to get their shit together. I know Believers Chapel's good, but oh my goodness, they got to get their shit together. Mickey's has got to get their shit together for playoffs. They cannot lose 3 in a row to the Fire Department. I can tell you that because they've lost 2 of the last 3 meetings. They lost the last 2, including so it's kind of embarrassing for them. It is. The only time we've beaten the Fire Department was first game of the season. That's when we started. And now it's urgency. This is the playoffs now. So, yeah, that's our next game for Tuesday night. But Friday night, this upcoming Friday, our Angies will play against Moonwinks. It'll be a doubleheader, 5:45 and 7 o'clock on field 8 or 9. Yeah. So, we'll see if they can keep on, hopefully get a win streak finally going, for this team, at least. But we'll see how that plays off now. Yeah, they did. They definitely did good training camp. I've been hearing. It's the first day back for them. Obviously, this training camp week, the first week back, Next week, obviously, the big thing we'll talk about next week is obviously, the Hall of Fame game. That'll be next week's show we'll talk about. But yeah, they look good in training camp so far. No doubt about it. So yeah, not a good week for Tuesday night softball, but a good week for Friday night softball. Hopefully, they can continue to beat Moonwinks because they got a few weeks left of the regular season before playoffs start for them, which will be next Saturday. So we'll continue that. But let's talk about the New York Yankees right now. I definitely should. Maybe. But yeah, I definitely want to. But I would, but honestly, I'd rather just enjoy it, honestly. Playing like people would be cool, but I don't know. I'd just rather just watch the game and just have fun, But yeah, let's talk about the New York Yankees. Over the weekend, yes, the first half of the season, was in the books like last weekend, obviously, but the second half of the season started this past weekend, like this past Friday. It started the second half of the season. Started out good, we beat the Rays first and then lose them Saturday, but we lose them Sunday, but we split with them. We just won a couple days ago, but we lost last night to the Mets, and they're currently losing again. So we're about to lose another series. We split and won so not a good start. Even though they split with the Rays, but still losing the Mets going into the Red Sox series this weekend. Are you kidding me? Seriously, are you kidding me? The Mets, seriously, we should be beating these guys. How do the Mets have our damn number? I think we struggle with a lot of bad teams. We struggle with Cincinnati. Yeah, sweep by them. We lose the Red Sox. Yeah, they're okay, but still, why would you lose to them? And why would you lose with the Rays? We've struggled with the Rays lately. I mean, seriously. Something's got to give. I mean, whether we win or lose tonight, they better get their shit together against this weekend. This is a big freaking weekend for me. Got my family coming to town, for my sister's graduation party and all of that, A lot of brag rights. I mean, probably pretty much everyone's going to be rooting against me mostly. A good amount. Most of them are Boston fans. Well, Uncle Mike used to be, but he's a Detroit fan. But for some reason, my Uncle Mike hates the Yankees. So a lot of people will be rooting against me this weekend for sure, and the whole family's in town. Oh, yeah. This is why this is bragging rights. Hope my cousin Devin is watching this. I got a message for you. You remember the bets we made? This one. Remember the bets. If Yankees win on Saturday, obviously, same day as my sister's party. You better wear my Yankees gear into my grandpa's house and get a picture of it. Or if we're at the party, doesn't matter. Get a picture with it. Only if the Yankees win that game. If the Red Sox, if the Red Sox would have to wear that not once but twice. Oh God, that's gonna be embarrassing. So yeah, Yankees win the series though, and the Yankees win the series as well. Evan has to wear a Yankees. Made a Red Sox shirt for me, because it's Evan's kid, All right. Hello. It's good to be back.
Did you hear about our offense?
Yeah.
Josh was amazing.
He looked good his first day back. And I hope it continues to, keep growing as a team and all that. That's why I'm going to keep growing.
PM Coleman touchdown.
Keon Coleman wasting his time. He knows he's got to show that he can make it to this roster. He's a definite for sure. We're gonna build around him for sure. But I like how he's proven himself, like treating like he's bound for a rush spot. I like how he's treating it. He's just showing it.
Chase Claypool did good today too.
Claypool, he's definitely bound for a roster spot. There's no doubt. He wants to make the roster.
And he got a little banged up today.
Yeah. It's all. Yeah, it happens a lot in training camp. There's a lot of injuries. It's common, but.
How do you feel about how do you feel about Kyrie Irving's holding program?
That's got to be fixed. But it's good thing it's only the first day back, but still, that's got to be fixed eventually. Especially when the season comes up.
This is third year.
That's right, his third year in the league because he was drafted like 2022 was his rookie year. That was 2022, and then 23 was his second year. So yeah, he's got to really prove.
If he doesn't stop holding, we could probably trade him at the deadline.
Yeah, we could. We'll see how he does. It's only the first day.
Who would you trade him for?
I'd trade him for an elite corner, honestly. That's really good. Like maybe like C.J. Gardner-Johnson from the Lions.
We're crazy for. Did you see about Biden?
Yeah, that's right. He dropped out.
He knew he couldn't beat Trump.
He knew he couldn't. He knew it. I mean, I was not surprised when I heard rumors about it during the convention last week. I was not surprised. I knew it was coming.
How did you say about Trump's speech in RNC?
Oh, it was awesome. And also having Hulk Hogan out there, having Kid Rock perform, having like Dana White introduce him. It was pretty cool.
And guess what Amy's doing now?
What is he doing?
She's supporting Kamala.
Oh, no.
You know why?
Why?
She's a woman.
I'm not surprised, but even Kamala, I feel like Kamala is no match for Trump still. I still think Trump's going to win, regardless.
I told her look at the borders. That's what she said.
What'd she say?
She said Kamala Harris is doing a great job with the borders.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's been a roller coaster of a year going into election, the election year. It's been crazy. You've seen, the